What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the Flame Toys Dark Saber. This is a Comic-Con at Home exclusive from 2020. This was sent to me by Carl S. So I appreciate him sending this out. Something I would not normally look at. So this is a limited edition version of the Star Saber that originally came out, I think, 2 years ago. But it's really cool looking. Let's get in on the details so you can take a look. It does come with a lot of accessories. We'll get through all of that. So you have some nice paint there on the head. Translucent red eyes. Painted purple and white here. Translucent purple there. Some gold paint. Translucent purple here and here on the chest. That teal green that we see often on dark sabers or dark Rodimuses or dark Optimuses. You got translucent purple here. Now it is missing a panel here on the shin, and I did ask Carl about that. He's going to take a look for that. Here's the back. You got some more nice purple, gold, and silver paint back here. All the surfaces are painted. There are some things you want to watch out for. There's a lot of little sharp points here. You just want to be careful with those pieces. But overall, really nice looking figure. He comes with a ton of accessories, so we'll go through that one by one. So first off, you get these two guns, or swords, I mean. And these have a mounting point here. So basically you can mount these on the side. Now, you can kind of have it either way. So if you prefer to have it like this, you can get those pegged in on the side there. Or if you want to have it kind of facing the other direction, where he's ready to kind of pull it out of the sheath, then you can have it back like that. So whatever floats your boat, doesn't matter. Now, getting this out of here, you can pull this down and fold that down, and then that's going to pull out. And here's that blade. Get that really nice purple paint, gold paint, a translucent piece here. If you push down on this, that reveals that translucent jewel. Actually, it's translucent before you start, and then when you push it down, you get the filled out silver underneath there. Really nice looking. And of course, you can hold this. You do need to get the holding hand. So he comes with a ton of hands, but this is the one you want for the sword. It is a tight fit, so just be careful getting this in here. You may want to heat up the hand. There you go. Very tight fit. Go ahead and just pull this off. It's on a peg, and you can get this onto that peg. There you go. There he is holding that sword. Really nice looking and well detailed sword. Now you can leave the hilt on here if you prefer to have that on there. And you can kind of have it open, or you can close it up, whatever. Either of those look good. Now he also comes with a larger sword, so this sword here. And it has the same kind of little gimmick there. Push it down and it kind of closes all the way, and then as you push it down, it fills out that jewel. This comes with this little adapter here, so push that back down, put this adapter on here, and now you can display this sword. This is a long sword, and now you can be holding that. So plenty of swords for this guy. He can also hold this one if you want him to. So there you go. You also get a bunch of other hands. So let's take a look. Obviously, I showed you the gripping hand. It comes with the fist hands like that. You also get the open expressive hands like these. So if you want him doing that. You get these expressive hands a little bit wider. So plenty of hands. Now you do get, I guess, what may be an exclusive to this figure. And I'm not really sure because I don't have it, but he comes with this trigger holding hand And this gun is actually really nicely painted. You have that purple detail there, gold, silver, really, really nicely detailed. There's a lot of little features on this. So you can pull back on this for the stock. You can open up this if you want to have a tripod. You pull this out. Now this one is a little bit on the loose end and actually comes out. So I don't know. And then you can open up that little piece there. So it's got a lot of nice little converting pieces here. And you can fold out this as well for the ammo clip. So really nicely done. He can hold this and be shooting. Now if you want him prone, you can use this, but I would never put him prone. So there you go with that rifle. Nice looking rifle overall. You also get a shield, of course. Here, we'll give him a hand. He's not handless. So here's the shield. You get the gold, silver, purple. Nice Decepticon logo painted on there. This one is a little bit sloppy compared to the other one on his arm. Now this can be mounted on his arm, so you can see there's a little peg right there. That's going to fit in right here. And there you go. You can kind of move this around. You can rotate it. You can kind of open this up. You can really get a lot of movement out of that shield. And quite good looking too. Now there's a lot of stuff on the arm. Let me take this off. It tends to pull off this armor piece. So you want to basically get this attached back to this. But this is the armor piece. So this actually comes off, so you can pull these two pieces off, and then you can pull these two pieces off. I'm not sure why you would want to do that, because it doesn't look very good without all that armor. But it's something you can do, and then you can collapse down this arm if you want to. Now me personally, having those exposed tabs, I don't think it looks great, but if you prefer that more regular arm look, you can do that. But I'm going to extend this back out. When you assemble this, you just make sure you have to do it in the right order. It only goes one way. Now you do have some armor pieces here. So these right here can go into the sides of the wings here. Make sure I have the right one. That looks like the wrong one. So there we go. And then you can put this one on the other side. And I find these to be a little bit difficult to get off if you don't want them, but they do have some articulation. You can get them kind of posed however you like. You also have armor pieces for the arms. So these little claws, and those are going to fit in right here. And that's kind of cool. It's got a lot of little pieces here, so bear with me. Then you've got these wings here, really nicely detailed and painted. You got all that gold, purple, light purple, lavender, silver, black. I mean, beautifully painted. So this pegs into the back. There is a little piece here, and that's the release for these tabs, I believe. I'll just get these out of the way and get this pegged in. And you can kind of have this up or down, whatever you want. So these wings have some articulation as well, or some, I guess, transformation to them. So you open these all the way up. Open this up. And they are like knives. I mean, they're really quite cool. You also get some inward and outward movements, so these can go back and forth like that, and kind of up and down. So you really get a lot of articulation, and you can actually take them off this peg if you want to, if you just wanted the backpack. But they do rotate there as well. So all sorts of movement there on those wings. They are sharp. I would be careful. And also, they're relatively thin, so you don't want to break those. but they do look really, really good. All right, now let's go over his articulation. So the head is on an interesting joint here. The whole thing pulls up and down. Not really clear where it's supposed to be in terms of the height, but you can kind of adjust it. It goes all the way down to there. It goes back to there, but it's hindered by this stuff back here. It's just a lot of collision. So you don't really get up unless you lift it all the way up. Of course, you get side to side and a rotation on the head. The shoulders rotate all the way around on this joint here. It is die cast in there. You'll have a butterfly joint that goes in and out. You have skirts on the shoulders. You can't get the shoulder up to there. And also forward here. And that's why those skirts kind of move out of the way. Rotation at the bicep. Double jointed elbow with some automorphing. Just a little bit of automorphing stuff there. That looks nice. You do have this on a pin or a peg, so you can rotate it. And then this joint on the wrist allows you plenty of movement there. All right, continuing down, you have a bunch of movement here on the waist. So you have your rotation here. You have an ab crunch here and here. So there's a joint on the bottom and then there's a joint on the top. So you can get them way down. You're supposed to hold it here and here as you do this. So you can get them pretty far down. The problem is going back. The top works, but it gets a little bit hung up here. So you want to sort of lift this up a little bit to get it over that. Sometimes that might get stuck. So you just want to watch that. You have hip skirts here. They do kind of move together. So lift up those hip skirts. You get a leg rotation up to there. Now it is on that joint that kind of drops down. So you can get the leg all the way up to there. You'd have hip skirts back here as well. So the leg can go, if you rotate it on the joint instead of rotating the entire drop down joint. Let's see, can you actually do that? I guess you can't do that. So you get a little bit hindered back this way. Pretty sure that's how it is. There's a lot of die cast hardware inside of there. And this hand is falling apart. So I'm going to place that with a regular fisted hand here. There we go. You have rotation at the thigh. You have a double jointed knee with some automorphing. So you start here, then this bends, and the top part bends, and some pieces expose. The purple, that silver, that all looks really nice. So it's just a really cool movement there. And that's kind of Flame Toys' thing. You have a drop down foot. So if you pull down on this, you can get this all the way down to there actually. It rolls up to there, down to there, to the side, and you have a rotation at the foot. You have a toe tilt. Gets up to there. And back to there. So really a lot of movement on those legs and feet. Now we do have light up features on this, so kind of the last thing I wanted to show, and there's a couple places you gotta light up. So go ahead and pull the head out. You'll see there's a switch right here. Now you do get an alternate head here, so if you want a more traditional Jetfire head, there you go, that lights up as well. Me personally, I'm going to stick with the IDW head, but if you prefer this head, nice looking overall. So we'll leave that on. Next, we'll work on the shoulders. So go ahead and pull this panel off and then slide the power button right there. And you get that light up feature. So we'll do the same thing on this side. All right, next, go ahead and grab the chest. Oops. And this has a little button right there, and then you get that light up feature there. Now getting this back on, you have to have it lined up perfectly, so don't force it. Just make sure you see the tabs and get that in. Coming down to the legs, I'm going to remove this panel here. Come to the back here, remove this panel. It's a little tiny switch right there. And then just replace this panel first, and and then put this panel back. It has to be in that order or you'll have things colliding. And then same on this other side. And there you have Star Saber all lit up. I turned off a couple lights. You can see this one obviously is going to look better when you have that translucent purple piece there. Here's the back. Overall, nice looking light up features. I think they did a good job on that. All right, and the final accessory here is the stand. So you get very similar to the other Flame Toy stands. You have a joint here that moves up and down. This can move up and down if you unlock it here. So you can get that all the way down. Oops. And looks like if it gets stuck like that, just push from the bottom here and pull that back up. This has a rotation here, and then you can pull this off and move it to the right spot. So I'm going to have it like that. Make sure you lock this back in once you get it to the position you want. Take that, that's going to stick into the back of the figure there. And there you have Star Saber on his stand. Really nice looking overall. So final thoughts on the Flame Toys Dark Saber. Let's start with the positives. This thing looks really cool. There's a lot of light and just sculpted detail. Accessories are basically limitless. You can have so many different display options. It really does end up looking really cool. There's a lot to kind of mess with, and display options really make this a kind of fun to just continually just change up his look. Negatives wise, there are some certain pieces that feel a little bit on the cheap side. For example, this piece here that was sitting in the box broken when I took it out. Also this missing translucent piece here, which is probably in Carl's house, but right now is not being found. And then there's a couple little pieces where you take something off and the thing you didn't intend to come off came off like that. And so you just gotta, kind of just take a look, where things are. And that kind of stuff is it just makes it a frustrating experience. And you gotta watch out for that. Down here on the back, there's some really tight tolerances. But overall, I do like it. I do recommend it as a figure if you do like Star Saber. Now, me personally, I am a big Star Saber fan, but I don't have a connection to the IDW version of Star Saber. Either way, really cool looking. Recommend it if you like this character. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.